Hey everyone. It's good to see you all. All right, welcome. It is 6 o'clock, so we will get started here. This is a Yin Vinyasa class. Just love this type of class, especially in the evening. If you're not familiar with this, we'll be spending about the first half of class in a real easygoing, slow flow, just giving yourself a chance to connect with your breath and really start to listen to yourself. So as we're moving tonight, tune in, kind of just bring your senses inward and allow the mind to quiet and see where you go with this. And then the second half of the class, near the end, we'll be dropping into a few yin poses. So the yin portion of the class, these poses are on the floor, and we'll be holding them for a little bit longer. So anywhere between like 2 and 4 minutes, and you'll be able to use your props if you have any props. I can certainly suggest how you could use those in your practice. If you do have props, your own, you may want to grab those blocks or a strap or a bolster. And if you don't have those, you can grab a few books, a belt, or a dog leash. And in place of a bolster, you can certainly fold a few towels or a blanket. Okay, and if you have nothing, that is fine too. So this is all you. This is your practice, and it's you and your breath and allowing the body to move with that breath flow tonight. Okay, so we'll get started here. Grab a drink of water if you want to keep that by your mat as well. All right, we'll meet you. I'm gonna head over to my mat. How about if we start lying on our backs tonight with our knees bent and the feet in the floor? Okay. So you notice I'm not playing music, so you can pretty much hear my voice clearly. If you would like music, you're more than welcome to play music wherever you are. Okay, so we're just gonna drop in here. Knees are bent, feet are pressed into the floor. The low back is gonna melt down to the ground. And just start to feel your belly button drawing a little bit deeper in toward the spine. You can rest your hands on your belly. Notice how the breath moves through the body. Maybe finding a lifting in the chest, maybe even a lifting in the belly, followed by that exhale, dropping you a little bit deeper. If you have an intention for your practice tonight, notice that. And then if you would, let's gently draw the right knee into the chest and extend the left leg to the floor. Go ahead and flex your feet, spread your toes. And we can bring a heaviness into the shoulders and the low back. Just taking a moment here to drop in, feel your space. We can go ahead and take our hand to the outside of the thigh and just let that knee open up a bit. And then feel free to create some circles throughout the hip socket, going around in one direction and then the other direction. We'll bring the knee back into center, give it a squeeze. And then let's take this leg straight up in the air. So feel free to hold on to the back of the thigh. If you do have your strap, you can certainly loop it underneath your foot. Strap or a towel, whatever you have near you. There's a little bit of resistance here. You're pulling on the back of your leg bone, and you're also pressing your leg into your hands. Nice deep breath, everyone. And then gently bend your knee and put your foot right back on the floor. Take a breath, kind of reset, and then we'll start to draw the left knee into the chest. So working on that opposite side. Feel free to straighten the right leg if that feels good to you. Flexing both feet, spreading the toes. Noticing here your spine. What parts of your spine do you feel coming into contact to the mat? What parts of your spine are a little bit more lifted? You can go ahead and hold on to the outer thigh, let that knee open out to the side a bit, and then create some circles through the hip socket, just moving in one direction, and in the other direction. We'll bring the knee back to center and take that leg straight up in the air. And as you lift the leg up, gently pull right and around the hamstring area. So be aware that the hands don't float behind the knee. We'll keep the hands below or above the knee, whatever is more comfortable for you. Another nice deep breath. And we'll go ahead and bend the knee, place the foot back on the floor. And then please slide that leg all the way down to the ground. Both legs are straight. We'll take a full body stretch, arms overhead, really reach the fingers. Feel the exhale dropping you a little deeper in toward the ground. And then if you would, draw the arms up in the air, rest the palms on the floor, bend your knees, press your feet into the ground, and let's float the hips up into a bridge. So when the hips float up, start to walk the shoulders underneath the body, perhaps reaching the fingers toward the heels. Watch that your knees are in line with the center hips. And let's move a little bit with this floating bridge. We'll keep the hips up, the arms are lifting up. Big inhale, and then take the arms back behind you. Inhale the arms up. This time, hands come down, hips come down. And with the inhale, hips come up, arms come up. And then keep continuing the arms movement all the way back. Go ahead and follow your breath, arms up, hands, hips down. Hips come up, arms come up, all the way around, creating like a rainbow. Connecting your breath to this motion. Finding some space within your body. Kind of clearing the clutter of the day. Go ahead and do this about 3 more times, you guys. Finding your lift, settling in. Nice and smooth, easy breaths, no pushing here. Just dropping in. And the next time your hips come down, keep them there, please. Hands rest to the floor. Let's hug both knees into the chest. You can lift your head up, nod your chin to the chest, and just roll side to side, perhaps on that low back. And then rolling along your spine. And then drawing the belly button in toward the spine. Using your exhale, we'll roll ourselves all the way up into seated. Please crisscross your ankles. Support yourself. So we're going to lift up, feeling the sits bones really grounding us here. Ankles are crisscrossed. We're going to take, I'll turn this way for you guys. We're going to go ahead and take your right arm straight up in the air. And as you lift the right arm up, let the fingers go up higher. We'll take the left hand to the floor and then side bend it over. Really root into both sits bones. Feel the stretch along the ribs. Breathe in. And inhale both arms up. Switching sides, bending in the other direction. Space under those ribs. Clearing the clutter. Inhale, both arms up. Please interlace your fingers. We'll go ahead and press the palms up and slide the shoulder blades down a bit. Watch your ribs. They may poke out. We want to draw the ribs in a bit. Lift with the arms, slide the shoulders down. Your gaze is ahead of you, but more toward the floor than the ceiling. Another deep breath. Untangle your fingers, lift up, look up, and then bring the thumbs together to the heart. Fold forward. Deep breath into the back of your body. And inhale, straighten up, arms up. This time extend the arms forward, reach the fingers up ahead of you, press the fingertips into the ground. You're still seated. Root through your sits bones, walk your fingers ahead of you. And while you are here, walk your hands all the way over toward the right side of your mat. And when you move to the right side of the mat, notice if your left hip flies up. So we want to try to keep that left hip down. And then we'll walk the hands all the way over to the other side, anchoring through both of the sits bones. Using your breath, carrying you back to center. Melt the heart. Let the elbows bend a little bit. That's it, nice and easy. And then we'll walk the hands to the knees, roll up through the spine. Take a deep breath. Lift the shoulders up, slide them down your back, and the next breath, lifting them up and moving them forward. Okay, guys, let's make a shift here and come into all fours. So your knees are going to be underneath your hips, and those wrists are going to be underneath your shoulders. You can always curl your mat in if you'd like some extra cushioning for your knees. Take care of yourself tonight. You're gonna go ahead and just use your breath. And as you exhale, go ahead and round your back. Round it, dome it. And then use your breath, inhaling, lifting the heart, lifting the tail. You can go ahead and flatten your toes to the ground. Round your back, pulling the navel up into the spine. And inhale, lift the heart, lift the tail. I want you to breathe into the whole back body. Knowing you are filling yourself up with new energy with every breath that you take. Releasing any stagnation with your exhale. We carry so much around with us throughout the day. Can get stuck in the body. Gentle practice in the evening helps move that energy, disperses any kind of stickiness that rests throughout the body. Go ahead and do this 2 more times. Nice deep breath. 1 more time. Just come into a neutral spine. And then notice here, you guys, how your hands are positioned on the floor. You're going to press into your hands, spread your fingers, and really feel the thumb and the pinky, and then the other 3 fingers on each hand. Notice the center of the palm pressing down, but there may be a slight lift, and that's just fine. Feel the stability in the arms and the shoulders. We're going to curl the toes, keep the knees bent, downward dog, press up and back. Now with those knees bent, we can really feel the tailbone lifting up and your thigh bones pressing back. Big breath here. You can shake your head out a bit. Just release any weight throughout the skull. And with your next inhale, start to straighten the legs, lift the heels, and then on your exhale, heels descend, settle in. Big deep breath. Maybe letting that exhale out with a sigh. One more breath. There you go. Inhale the next time, and we'll lift the right leg up. Let's go about hip height. Square your hips. Get a sense of balance here as you are lifting a leg up. May throw you off a bit. Reset. And with your next exhale, let's draw the knee into the nose. And as you do that, round your back and then press your leg behind you. 2 more times. Knee comes into nose. Press back, three-legged dog. 1 more time. Knee comes into your nose and press back. Lift that leg up high. Get some space in your hip. Breathe it in. All it is. Exhale, knee to nose. Foot lands right between your thumbs. Anchored. You may need to scooch it up. Take your time. I'm using my blocks tonight. Feel free to use yours or your books, or bring your hands to the floor, your choice. I'm gonna stay here in a low lunge. Your back knee can always lower down to the floor. You're gonna lift the heart up, spin it up, feel the tailbone drop, getting a little bit heavier. Nice deep breath. Feel free to release the hands from the floor and bring them up overhead. Draw the shoulders down. Exhale, fold, freeing your front foot. Lift the back heel up if it is not already. Stay grounded. Left hand stays on the floor. And bring your right hand to the low back. Go ahead and turn toward your right. A little bit of a twist here. Strong legs, strong center, spinning the heart. Deep breath. Come back around, fold over your front leg. Lower your back knee down. Inhale, lift the arms up. Big stretch, feel the bend in the spine. And exhale, fold, no breaks. Frame your foot, step back, downward dog. Bicycle the legs, find a little bit of space in those hips. Let the hamstrings start to open. Feel your stretch. Inhale, left leg lifts up behind you, hip height. Nice smooth breath here. Tone the belly, soften the heart. Exhale, knee comes into the nose. Round your back. Press back, inhale. Exhale, knee into the nose. Round your spine. Press it back, big breath. Knee comes in, round. Press it back. Now lift that leg way up. Find your stretch. Heaviness in the right heel. Breathe it out. And then exhale. Knee to nose. Swoop your foot right between your thumbs. Scooch it up. Using your bricks perhaps. Feel free to keep the back knee down or lifted. Low lunge. Breathe it in. 3, 2, and 1. Arms can lift up overhead if you'd like. Big stretch. Your back knee can be down or up. 3, 2, and 1. Right hand can come down. Bring your left knuckles to the low back and turn toward your left. Nice twist. Breathe it. Feel the body settling into your twist. Good. Come out of it. Hands to the bricks or the floor. One last time. Lift all the way up with the arms. Your back knee can be down or up. Smooth breath. There you are, and fold. We're gonna go ahead and step back into down dog. You can put your bricks to the side and find a little bit of movement. Deep breath in, full release. Let it go out with a sigh. Another breath. We'll soften the knees. Take a look between your thumbs and gently, with ease and your strength, step forward. Uttanasana, forward bend. Check in with your body. Feel the back of your legs. If they're really tight tonight, put a slight bend in your knees. That's okay. Notice your drape here. You can hold on to the elbow creases and gently twisting the body, perhaps to the right and to the left. Maybe swinging side to side. Bring yourself back to center. We'll let the arms hang like a rag doll. Let it go. And using that next breath, let's press the fingers into the shins and lengthen your spine. Deep breath in. And your exhale to fold. Hands can come down to the floor or the brick. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold, let it go. One more, inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Ground through your feet. Inhale, hands to the hips, rise up. Arms can come all the way up, connect the palms. And we'll draw the thumbs right down through the center of the heart. Take a moment and pause here. Now that you're standing, allow your body to get acclimated. Take a few deep breaths. Feel the breath moving up, actually through the feet and into the legs, hips, and torso. Shoulders, neck, all the way up to the crown. We're going to flow for a moment, moving through our sun salutation with ease. Inhaling, let's draw the arms all the way up, reach up, look up. And exhale to float all the way down, let it go. Inhale, lengthen out your spine, half lift. And an exhale, please take it back, plank pose. Feel free to lower the knees to the ground, you guys. Where are you tonight? Where's your body in this practice? Allow the breath to carry you. Lower down, chaturanga, elbows and shoulders in alignment. Inhale, cobra. Hands rest on the floor next to your ribs, lift the heart. Stay here 3 breaths, please. Breathe it in, 1, 2, 3. Release, let it go. Curl your toes, downward dog, up and back. There you are, settle those heels. Nice steady breath, breathing it in. Feel its fullness. One more breath. Soften your knees, look between your thumbs, and step forward 1, 2, or 3 steps. Inhale, lengthen that spine. And fold, exhale. Inhale all the way up, you guys. Reach up, look up, palms touch, open the heart. And exhale, fold all the way down, let it go. Doing this one again. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold, take it back, plank. Lower down, chaturanga, hover, no hurry. Belly rest, cobra. Release, downward dog, up and back. 3 deep breaths. As the breath comes in, let it fill you up. Notice the fluidity of the breath and how it moves. Soften through your knees, look between your thumbs, and step forward. Lengthen your spine, fold and drop in. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, fold all the way down. Let it go. Lengthen out. Step it back, plank. Lower down. Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Toes are flat. Exhale, release. Curl the toes. Up and back. Downward dog. Feel the whole back of your body. Feel the shoulder blades on your back. Space around your spine. Whisper of your breath. Soften through the knees. Step in between your thumbs. Lengthen out the spine and fold, let it go. Inhale, come all the way up. Rise and lift. And we'll bring the thumbs to the heart. Stay here and pause for a moment. Let the energy settle where it needs to go. All right, let's go ahead and take that right leg back, opening up into warrior two. So we're gonna bend the front knee, press firm into the back foot. Open the arms. We're gonna bring the shoulders over the hips. Go ahead and turn the hands so the palms face up. Just bringing in awareness into the shoulders and the space that you have there. And then turn the palms face down. Nice and strong. It's as if you're creating a little bit of traction under your feet. You're pressing down and it's like you're dragging the feet in toward one another. Use your space tonight, guys. Reverse your warrior. Reach back and up with the left arm. Palm faces behind you. Now feel free to take this into a wrap with your right arm, wrapping it around the opposite hip. Let's stay here, straighten that front leg, keep reaching back. Bend the front knee. High side angle, we're gonna bring that left arm, plug it into the left leg bone, spin the chest up, and feel free to then take the back arm up and over your ear. Find your space. You always have the option of releasing that left arm and reaching away as well, creating an oval shape with your arms. Drawing the navel in, spinning the bottom ribs up. Take that breath. Inhale, come all the way up. Warrior two. Reverse. And windmill all the way around. Frame your foot, step back, downward dog. Take a deep breath. There you go. Right leg comes up behind you. Swoop your foot right between your thumbs. Anchor it there. Spin on the back foot. Warrior two. Open the arms. Settle down. So your front knee is bent. Back leg super strong. Tail heavy. Play with the palms. They face up. They go down. Steadiness through the shoulders. There you go. We'll turn the front hand so the palm faces up. Reach back with your left hand. All the way up, reverse. Feel free to wrap around to the opposite hip. Spread those toes. Feel the connection, Lift feet to the floor. Let the breath spread through those ribs. High side angle, root your front arm right into that leg bone. Open up the chest, breathe. Feel free to take the top arm up and over. Bottom arm can release from the leg, reaching away, letting the elbows soften. Big breath here, you guys. Feel your strength. Where is this prana? Where is this energy moving through your body? Feel it. Inhale, come all the way up. Warrior two, settle in. Reverse, lift up and back. Stay here, straighten the front leg. Get out of that hip crease. And then bend the front knee, windmill all the way around, frame your foot. Step back, downward dog. Breathe here. 3 deep breaths. Breathe in for 1, 2, and 3. Subtle shift, coming into plank. Stay here. Tone the belly, draw the navel up and in. Feel free to draw the knees to the ground. Shoulders in the back body. Nice fluid breath. Drink it in. Lower down. Chaturanga, elbows and shoulders steady. Belly rests. Cobra, lift with your heart. Deep breath in. And an exhale, downward dog. Up and back. Settling through the heels. Well done. Take a look at your feet, you guys. And we're going to draw the feet out to the sides of your mat. Okay? And as you do that, notice what that does to your stance. So we're going to still press into the big toe and little toe mound. The heels are still drawing toward the floor. I'm going to take the right hand and reach it toward your left shin or the outer left shin, if this is doable for you. If it doesn't feel quite right, stay with the arms forward. Take a deep breath. And then we'll slide that right hand back to where it was in the front. Left hand reaches under to the outer right shin, below or above the outer knee. We'll slide that left arm to the front of the mat. And then bend your knees considerably. It's like you're gonna hop, but we're really not. Feel the heels lift up. Press into the hands, feel the tailbone lift up. Then begin to straighten the legs. Lift up on the tiptoes. And then let the heels descend. There you go. Toe heel those feet in a bit. So you've got about 6 to 8 inches between your big toes. Soften your knees. And step forward. Coming back into that forward bend. This time, go ahead and take your hands behind your calves. I want you to press into the calves and fold over the legs. Find your drape. And as the hands press into the calf muscles, the leg bones press into the hands. Feel that resistance. Another breath here. And now we'll press the hands into the shins and lengthen out the spine. Deep breath. And a fold. Let it go. Inhale all the way up. Root through those feet. Lift up with the arms. Big stretch. Steeple the hands if you want. And we'll bring the thumbs right into the heart. There you go. Pause for a moment. All right, collect your energy. We'll take the right leg back and come into a straddle. So your toes are pointing in the same direction. Okay, so when your toes are pointing in the same direction, notice here what that does to your low back, okay? So if you're feeling any kind of constriction in the low back, you can bring your big toes in about 1/8 of an inch. See if that makes a difference. If not, the big toes are straight on. Okay, we're gonna come into a fold with our arms then stretched forward as if we were in a downward dog, but we're just increasing the straddle distance, all right? So we can start with the hands on the hips, take your breath, lift through the heart, bring some weight in the tail, so navel goes in and up, tailbone drops, and then begin to fold, leading forward with the heart, with the chest. Hands come down to the ground, and then start to walk your hands more forward. Keep your heels on the floor. The wrists are still in line with those shoulders. Now press back, so you're really drawing the leg bones back behind you. I want you to quiet the body down, breathe in. Try to keep those shoulders away from your ears. Create some space in your neck. Can you draw your rib cage up and soften the heart at the same time? Feel your toes spreading. Feel your fingers spreading apart. Where does this breath move through your body? Two more breaths here, please. And we'll start to walk the hands back to the mat. We're going to fold a little deeper, perhaps. If you have blocks, you can always put your hands on your blocks. But if you would like to hold on to your ankles, the outer ankles, go right ahead. Let the elbows bend. Just imagine the crown of your head being drawn to the earth. There you go. We'll bring the hands to the ground so they are just in between your big toes. Now lengthen the spine. Press into your fingertips, draw the heart forward, and then fold, exhale, let it go. Two more times. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, fold, let it go. One more. Inhale, lengthen, and fold. There you go. Bend your knees a little bit. Walk your hands a little bit more forward. We're going to toe heel the feet in. You come to your fingertips. We're making our way down into a squat. All right, so the knees are going to bend. Now, if your hips are real sensitive in this space, or if anything else in your body is sensitive, I want you to tune in. Now, maybe your squat is up here. I'm a little higher than normal. Maybe you're up here. But if you are all the way down, make sure your heels are on the floor. Now, if they don't quite touch the floor, no worries. Roll your yoga mat in a few times so your heels are actually on the yoga mat. So you want the bottoms of the feet to be connected to something. The yoga mat, a blanket, palms are together, the thumbs are coming right into the center. Take a moment, you can even shut your eyes here. It's a really nice place to turn the attention inward. Find a space within your body that holds your wisdom, that holds your intuition. Breathe deep, find where this breath wants to move. Two more breaths here, please. All right, we'll slowly bring our hands in front of us. You can start to shift your weight forward a bit. And then if you would unravel and land on your seat, okay? So now we're going to move into the yin portion of our class, our practice. So right now, we're going to come into a shoelace posture. Now there's two ways I'll invite you into this. If your hips are really tight, you may want to consider sitting cross-legged, so your ankles crisscross for this one. If you're here and you're like, wow, yeah, you know, I feel my hips, they're tight, maybe this is where you stay. If you want a little bit more sensation, you can draw your foot more behind you so the heel is toward your sits bone, the bottom leg, and then the top leg, the knee bends, and the knees are in alignment. Everybody's different here. I got all the space, I got a lot of space, my hips are tight. So I have a lot of space between my top leg and my bottom leg, and that's okay. I can be here without pain, all right? So I want you to be in a place where you're not feeling pain. You may be feeling stretch, sensation, but you're not so uncomfortable that you're hurting, all right? So you pick which way you want to be, crisscrossed or with the knees atop of one another. Okay, and from here, we can take eagle arms. So if you are crossed like this with your knees on top, notice what leg you have on top. The opposite arm is going to go on top, and the other arm will go underneath. We're all on different legs probably, so just come into this as you are. Notice my arms crisscross. And then this is where I find my work. Maybe I start here, and if this is too much, I'm gonna hold on to my arm, I'm gonna gently pull it over, okay? But if I can wrap the arms, I'm gonna go right with that. So I always say we start at A, and here's Z, right? And then there's all these letters in between. So where is your shape tonight? Where are you practicing? Feel free to take a fold here. We're just going to notice any resistance. So there's a difference between noticing the resistance and hearing your intuition say, this isn't for me. If you get a this isn't for me message, then please get out and find a modification like the crossed ankles. If you're a little tight, I want you to breathe into the space that feels tight. Notice all the softening that can come from this breath. We're going to be here for a few minutes. Clear the mind. Focus on the inhale, moving through. Noticing that little pause after the inhale, and then following the exhale, completely releasing, carrying out. Bring a softening to your hips. Bring a softening to your ankles and your toes. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out of the nose. Start to listen to the whisper of your breath. Inhale, start to lift your torso up. Begin to untangle your arms, reach the fingers back, lift through the chest a bit. Exhale, release. And gently, very gently, if your knees are on top of one another, we'll take the left leg, slide it away gently in front. We'll take the bottom leg in front now as well. Same thing if your ankles are crossed, shift the feet forward, and then just go ahead and lift the hips up a bit. So if you have really tight shoulders, I know this can be a bear. This can be uncomfortable. All right. So if your shoulders are really tight here, you can always let your hips drop down, then start to lift the chest up as best as you can. And then release the hips all the way down to the ground. And we'll come into side two. So now whatever leg was on top or whatever ankle was on top, that will go underneath. Same thing with the arms. Whichever arm was on top, that's going to go on the bottom. All right? So we'll make a switch here. And it's interesting, notice how this side feels, actually. You'll find out which side is your tight side pretty quickly. We all have them. Okay, just check in for a moment. Notice if you want to take the arms straight across or if you want to wrap the arms up. All right, so it's your body, you decide tonight. Breathe in. And if you'd like, you can take a little bit of a fold, dropping in. If there's any agitation in the body that restricts your breathing, I'd like you to come out of this and reset your body so you're not quite agitated. The breathing becomes affected. Just look at it a different way. Maybe you need to loosen the arms a little bit. Loosen the fit of the legs a little bit. Ask your body this, what do I need? In the stillness, what do I need? Sometimes the answer comes quickly, and sometimes the answer comes a lot later, but if we can present it, we can create the space to hold it. Try to relax your hips here. Mine feel really tight, so I'm gonna offer that to you as I'm telling it to myself. Allow your sits bones to drop a little deeper, relaxing the ankles and the toes. Feel the breath move in through your whole body. Even listen to its vibration, the sound, the whisper. All right, you guys, inhale, start to lift the torso up. Untangle the arms gently. We'll bring the hands back, lift the chest up. And then gently take this top leg up and away, bottom leg away. And feel free to come into the tabletop, your version. Take care of your shoulders. Nice deep breath in. And then we'll lower the hips down. All right, you guys, from here, let's go ahead and straighten both legs forward. I'm gonna come in an angle, or I'll just help you like this for you. So you can see sideways. So my legs are straight. Try not to lock up your knees. In fact, let the knees lightly find their bend. We're going to come into a forward bend. We're going to be here for a couple minutes. So if your head and neck need some support, this is where I'll offer, maybe you grab a couple bricks or a big pillow or a blanket that you could rest on your lap, avoid the knees, and then you could rest your elbows on that space and hold your head with your hands. So it would look like this. If you have a pillow, go right on your thighs, elbows to the pillow, and you can rest your head here. Now relax your feet. And if you find that you want to fold more deeply, you can always take your pillow, arms come forward, and land. Now if your head doesn't need any support here, that is fine. Feel the space in the neck. But please know if you need to support, you'll bring your hands back to your forehead or your jaw. So notice here as you're folding, does your breath get shallow? So we're surrendering into this shape. Try to deepen the breath. And as the breath deepens, you may find that your flexibility increases a little bit as you're here. And if you need to lose a prop, please feel free to put it to the side. If you need a prop, please grab one. Feel the weight of your tail and start to visualize the space between each of your vertebrae. Deep inhale. Full exhale. Releasing any clutter that the body has been holding on to. Clearing the mind. Feeding the heart. A few more breaths here, you guys. Just allowing the body to drop in. Here you go, inhale, slowly start to walk your hands to your thighs, roll through the spine as you sit up. You can go ahead and crisscross the ankles. And if you would, please just gently look to the right and look to the left. And then bringing your head back to center, nodding the chin toward the chest slightly. And then lifting the head up, your gaze is forward. Okay, let's go ahead and roll down onto our backs. Make sure your head is on your mat, as well as your feet. If you have a ponytail, you might want to take your hair out or pull it up a little higher. Let's go ahead and take the soles of the feet together and the knees open out to the side. So the feet are still on the ground. So envision butterfly pose, Baddha Konasana. We can rest the hands on the belly. I like to touch my thumbs together and the tips of my index fingers together to create a diamond. And then allow that to rest over the navel. Take a few nice deep breaths here. Feeling the rise and fall of the front body. You can always slide 2 pillows, one under each outer thigh. If you feel as if your muscles are working really hard to keep your legs up, we can let the legs drop a little bit here. No need to hold on. No need to grip. Just allow the pull of gravity drawing you a little bit deeper in toward your mat. Softening the eyes, relaxing the jaw here, the neck and the shoulders. Then we'll go ahead and gently bring the knees up toward one another. And then please walk your feet just out to about mat's width. And from here, allow the knees to drop over to the right. So your feet are apart. And this will allow the hip flexors on that left leg to open. You always have the option of placing a prop underneath your left knee or also underneath the outer right knee. Feel free to keep your head so your eyes are looking up or turning the neck so you're looking toward your left. Your arms can go up overhead or out to the side like a T. Allow the ribs to settle. All the space around the ribs to melt away. We'll go ahead and bring the hands up, lower them back to your belly. We'll bring the knees up, reset yourself, and then just float those knees over toward your left. So I'm going to come off my mat a bit so I have space. Notice your shoulder blades drawing toward the ground. You can always increase the sensation by walking your right foot further away, more toward the right. If this is a bit much, you can slide the knees so that they are closer together. Take care of yourself. Ask yourself what you need. Just allowing your body to drop in and be still. You know, sometimes that is easier said than done. And if the mind is wandering on you right now, that's normal. Totally normal. Allow your body to know you'll come back to those thoughts later if they are important. And that for now, you're going to focus on your breath. Breathing in and breathing out. All right, guys, we'll gently bring those knees back up to center. Take a moment and then hug the knees into the chest. You can roll side to side. And just take a moment, take the legs straight up in the air. You can hold on to the back of the legs, so around the calves, or you can hold on to the hamstring area. Just spread the toes so the soles of the feet are facing the sky. If you'd like to release the grip of the legs, feel free to take the arms away. So then the fingers reach up to the sky, the shoulders drop down into the ground. So the legs and the arms are up and down, perpendicular toward the floor. Breathe. As your eyes are closed, turning the vision inward. Feel a settling into the ribs. Feel a settling into the very center of your body. And we'll gently bring the hands down to the ground. Bend your knees, place your feet on the floor. Take a breath. And then start to slide the legs to the ground. Coming into our Shavasana, final pose. Feel free to slide a blanket or a prop underneath your knees. That will just help lift the knees up a little bit so the low back can drop into the ground if you're feeling tight there. You can take the arms out to the side, let the palms face up, allowing the ankles and the toes to roll out. Really just giving this to your body as a gift. You don't have to do anything here, not a thing. Feel the softening of your eyes, the relaxation through your jaw and your neck. Any heaviness in the body is absorbed into the earth. Allowing the body to fully let go. Feel free to stay here for as long as you wish. And if you'd like to close your practice, you can gently move your fingers and toes. And slowly roll over onto your right side with your knees bent. Resting the side of your face onto your arm. And with your next breath, press into your hand and use your arm to come on up into seated. Bring the hands together, and the thumbs into the heart. Namaste, everyone. Namaste. Thank you all for joining this evening. So nice to practice with you, really is. And I wish you all the best and I wish you well. I hope you sleep well. Take care and I hope to see you soon.